Hi, thank you for joining me, Wendy Anderson, justbe.me. So, personal journey in at the moment is really about acceptance. I have spoken about this before in other videos, and rejection. It's Father's Day tomorrow, and it's just kind of like it's going to be potentially very triggering for many people in so many ways. So, perhaps family gatherings, things like that. To heal, we really have to feel into the duality, the divide, into the rejecting, I don't want to go there or do that. And that's simply a reflection of the rejection energy potentially from the other individual that you don't want to spend time with. What aspects is this person rejecting in me? So therefore, what aspects am I rejecting in that other person? Because it goes both ways, always goes both ways. Duality, 2 points. So as human beings, we are learning to hold a unified field. So the unified field is, can I accept all facets of duality? So in other words, it's kind of like, can I accept all the times that I've been rejected? Can I accept feeling that way? And in that way, it kind of like adds love to it, and you're holding acceptance and rejection with that added pinch of love. So therefore, it kind of brings it into a neutralized, unified state. And when we kind of hold this unified field, so to speak, I'm kind of like hearing from a lot of people that say, I'm really struggling to watch TV, I can't listen to the radio. So kind of like all of these energies that are coming in are really triggering and highlighting the dualistic field. So how can we alchemize it? And it's not to change it, it's simply to accept it. Okay, this is what I'm listening to, this is what I'm hearing. So how can I not desensitize it, so to speak, but yeah, in a way desensitizing, is to accept it. This is what it is. This is duality, which is another love in creation. I've needed to experience the duality. I've needed to experience the discrimination. I've needed to experience the division and the divides in order to alchemize and to create unification. So the unified field, when we can accept all aspects, alchemizes into pure love. Once we've alchemized into pure love, that's the healing, because what we are actually viewing is everything as whole. So, for example, I could hold the train of thought, why did I get the broken mother? The narcissist. Why did I get the other mother that rejected me? They're broken, therefore I must be broken and dysfunctional. Great, there will be aspects of you that are rejected, that are dysfunctional, that are potentially narcissistic from growing up with another narcissist. Can I accept all of those traits within me? And once you can accept all of those traits within you, can I accept all those traits in another? So this is where discrimination, division, and the dualistic fields turn into one. So if you were to think this is energy as in colour, and remember when you were kids and you used to make those colour wheels, and it was, you had those triangles, all of different colours on the wheel. So this is kind of like what human beings have been experiencing. And when you think about kind of like the aura, the chakras, all different colours. When we look at the dualistic properties and programming, and we can unify it, which is basically accept it, it turns into pure. So if you were to spin that colour wheel really, really fast, the colour just turns white. So this is as human beings, if I was to put it in terms of frequency and colour, because all information comes in all formats. So this is just my way of explaining it to you in a simple terms with colour. If you were to spin and hold in your field, energetic field, acceptance of all things, acceptance of everything that is going on with me, acceptance of my rejection, acceptance of my brokenness, which is actually my wholeness, which is because it's for me to recognize my brokenness and then alchemize it into, do you know what? I'm not broken. Or there is an unbroken self on another timeline that I can meet at any point. Because before I came into this human existence, I wasn't broken. And I can meet that aspect of myself anytime. So this is kind of, so this is why the quietness, enter into the silence, the just being, doing now, really can be so powerful to help us, right, okay, it's not that I'm literally throwing anything away, so to speak. You're alchemizing all of the shadows and feeding it with love and turning it to light. So this is a purification within itself. When I accept all of my facets, you become the shining diamond, you become the light, and then you go out into the world. Once you become the light, you don't have to do anything. It's just hold that acceptance of self. When you are holding acceptance of self, it's easy to accept others, not see them as broken, but to just see them as life lessons, manure from which seeds grow, which is acceptance and love and white light. And just see what you manifest from this field. It could be quite interesting. So these are just stuff that I'm learning about at the moment, and I am still assimilating it, getting my head around it, which I don't really need to get my head around it really. That's my ego telling me I need to pull it apart and understand it. Sometimes I need to pull it apart and understand it just so I can put it into some kind of context and words for you out there. But in essence, on a higher perspective, I actually don't. I could just come in, sit here, press play, and my energy would actually do the work, and my energy would pass on the information to you, because we are all connected with energy. So this is another thing that's going to happen big time as well, the crystalline DNA. So quartz crystals are amazing for communication. There are quartz crystals in the ground that we walk upon. There's quartz crystals in our pineal gland, in our body, in our ears, quartz crystals in mobile phones. Interesting. So they can be used as tools and equipment for communication. You can just be literally next to somebody and communicate. You know, if you're a kind of person that is very empathic, and it's kind of like you'll pass a person in the street and it's kind of like, I can feel how that person is feeling. You know, they may be kind of like, oh, smiling and happy, and you're kind of like, yeah, they've got it going on. Or, you know, you'll kind of pass them and it's kind of like, oh my goodness, that person has literally got the weight of the world on their shoulders. And it's kind of like, I'm sending love to both of them, because both of them are just holding different aspects of the diamond right now. And therefore, kind of like, you know, when I am also doing my shadow work, I am just holding different facets of the diamond. The shadow feeds the light. We need the shadow in order to create this unified field, the unity consciousness that human beings are really beginning to open up that fire right now, which is the Christ consciousness grid. They're really opening up and getting into that energetic space of the Christ consciousness grid, which is absolutely beautiful. And just being quiet, you don't even have to understand it. You could just literally, right, in this quiet space and time, you just ask, become an ask all again. Just ask, please, can I connect to the Christ consciousness grid? And just feel what is entering into your heart space and into your body. So yeah, these are my learnings for the moment that I'm just sharing with whoever wants to listen. Cheers for that. I really appreciate it, thank you. But I really hope that you get something out of it as well. So if you are getting something out of it and you have managed to kind of like listen to his whole video to the end, please like and subscribe it, because I feel that this energy is so important to share on this planet right now. Even if somebody puts it on when they're washing up, not really kind of like taking notice of the words, you know, the energy that is shared within this video still has so much to give. So I love you and leave you. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Father's Day tomorrow. To all you amazing dads out there, tomorrow, love and light, and enjoy breaking bread with your beautiful little creations. You're awesome, all dads. Take care, love you all, bye.